What's up, everyone? What did you think about the intro song for today? Stallion, did you like it?
That was fire, man.
We usually play like rap and stuff, so I wanted to mix it up.
Yo,
Welcome,
what
everyone.
what music was that? That was pretty dope.
Yeah,
This
I
is
agree.
Yeah, it's funky.
I don't even know, like this stuff or something. But welcome, guys. SolClones is here. Also, let's see if no, they're not here yet. All right, we'll give it a couple more minutes. We got Maleficus Origins joining us as well. Tweet this out. Ping your Discord. Whatever you guys need to do. I'm gonna ping our Discord as well. Let's get everyone in here and have a great episode of the pod.
So that song, guys, was Diamond. I think you can call me Eddie or you can call me Al. Really good tune.
Ooh, I can tell you liked it, Jungle.
That's my era, mate. That's my type of music.
I enjoyed it surprisingly. Like I found myself just like bopping along to it.
Yeah, if I ever get married, this guy's DJing my wedding for sure.
I don't see Maleficus Origin. I'm gonna ping them, but I think we can start it anyway. Just gotta ping our Discord.
Drop me back that to speaker when you can, Adam.
The listener.
Sorry, listener. Yeah, drop me back down.
Yo, Adam, could you bring up Moon? She's our CM.
Yes, of course. Moon, come on up. Jungle, you don't want to be up with us today. Why?
I'm actually still at work, mate.
All right, no worries.
Trying to fix broken people.
We all are.
Yes. All right, my friends. Maleficus Audience is probably joining us here very soon, but we can go ahead and start it. SolClones, is all of your speakers with us?
Moon's still a listener, but I think, I don't know, maybe it's like technical errors or something with her. But I mean, yeah, we're here. Like, what's good, guys? Thanks for having me.
What's up? Welcome. I don't know, like, we got to talk about, we're of course that I do both of these projects, and welcome all the listeners as well, of course. But we got to talk about what the fuck is happening in the market as well, because there's just something is happening. I don't know, guys. What is this? Is this Utes FOMO or what's happening?
Hi
You got all
guys.
this liquidity of people that have exited their utes, and they're putting it into cheaper projects that they can sweep up.
Yeah, we kind of saw this, I think, with the lizards, right? The rugged ones, because they lasted a few days and it kind of pumped the market. I think we saw this with primates as well. People exiting primates, people from ETH, and then the liquid would go back into other projects. So it started pumping like the entire market. And I even think, I don't have a good memory, but I even think OK Bears did the same thing. So it's just another one of those cycles.
Yeah, like literally everything across the board seems to be pumping. I'm surprised I even saw what's it called? Degen Town is back up over one. It was just at like 0.5 a day or two ago. So just literally across the board, I'm seeing projects pumping. It's unreal. Beautiful sight though.
Beautiful. It's beautiful. Like, this is what I've been waiting for. Let's hope it sustains.
Yeah, definitely.
Right.
Yeah, I'm
So the
looking at
projects.
ABC. Like, ABC is like one of my bigger bags right now, and it's personally, but it's like doing amazing right now. I'm seeing like the community really start forming like their own sub DAOs. It reminds me of like Nouns DAO. I don't know if you guys are familiar with like ETH project, but it's like a really big like DAO project on ETH, and I can kind of see that sort of forming. But of course, behind like HGE and Hades Swap, it's super like I don't know. I don't know if I should sell mine or if I should hold on to them, but I don't know.
Should
It's
take
like
some profits, bro. Aren't those at 100 now?
no, they're not. I wish. No, they're at 70 right now. They hit
Oh
75.
no, only 70.
Right.
Yeah, it's only 70. No,
Yeah,
but
still a couple probably. Yeah.
it's huge.
Yeah.
I just woke up and it was just like I see Jessaplant ping me. He's like, "Yo, it's at 65," and I'm like, "Wait, what?"
That's
Like,
wild.
bro, what?
I think it was at 75 by that time.
guys.
No, because I bought it at like 140, like 1.4. I bought mine at 1.4, and then I went on vacation immediately after, so I didn't really care. I just kind of
Wow.
watched it, and
Great
so
time to go on
luckily,
vacay.
exactly. So I watched it. I came back. It was like 20 or something. No, it was sitting around like 16 or something, and then like it kind of stood there, and then you just see this huge pump to like 30, and then now it's 60. It's crazy.
Yeah, Liberty Square is on a huge tear right now too.
Yep, I've been seeing them all day on the bot getting cold.
Yeah, so that Kikiverse pump, somebody posted in a tweet that HGE is now the advisor, but I haven't seen that from the announcements. By the way, like that Kikiverse team, they don't announce much. Like they haven't announced like 2 announcements from September, and their main announcements was like, I don't even think there's one from September. It's like 8/15, and then it goes back to like 7/19. It's crazy.
Yeah, I
Wow.
never really get that when projects like that pump. I'm not sure, like, is it just because they hear that HGE is involved and everyone wants to pump their bags? Like, I don't know. I just personally don't invest that way. Like, I need to see something from the team. You got to tell me what's going on.
Well, they did make an announcement about some, I think it's a producer or something that did SpongeBob and a bunch of other things that they're going to have their pilot series getting ready here soon. And they dropped is it the IMBD or whatever, his profile. That's one thing that I'm like, okay, that's pretty bullish. But yeah, like they didn't announce anything official with HDE. I just saw it in a tweet. So still trying to get to the bottom of that.
Whatever that man touches turns to gold. That's the rule.
I had mine listed at like 6.5, and as soon as I saw that in the tweet, I ran back. I'm like, is it still there? It's still there. Okay, do this. If this thing has any possibility.
Let's have him on the pod, and we can just all sit here, and he can tell us whatever he's touching. We can contact.
Yeah, seriously.
I remember our holders were in like the alpha chat, and they were talking about Kikiverse at like 0.35 or something like that, and it was just like it just didn't move
Yesterday,
for like
yesterday. Oh
yeah.
my dude, it's been longer than that. Kikiverse hasn't moved. It's been sitting at that 2.3 forever.
Forever. I had
I
2
sold.
of them, and I sold both of them at a loss because I think I bought them at 0.6 at the top because I just really like them. And I sold them both at 0.3. I was like, let me just get my money back for one of them. And yesterday they started pumping. They were at 1.2 or 1.1, and they pumped up to 2 Solana. People just started randomly sweeping, and I got in with a call, but I was late. I got in at like 1.3, and I got out at 1.7 last night. And from last night to now, that's what's happened. So people already knew, I guess, and that's why it kind of pumped from that 0.3 to that 1 to Solana very quickly.
Would I be crazy to buy ABC at these levels?
Probably.
Oof. Maybe, maybe not. I don't know. Is this the beginning? It's HGE, man. My money's safe with him.
It doesn't look like Maleficus is showing up. They're probably going to join us later. But let's start. I would have had some sort of competition in the background. I'm on a strict caffeine diet. Yeah, let's have some good discussions today because there is a lot to talk about just regarding the market and everything. Everyone is all hyped up. I can tell already. But I just want to let you guys introduce yourself first. SolClones. And your team, please.
Yeah, what's good, guys? My name's Pablo from SolClones. I'm the founder. We've been in this space since like February, January. Like we started building since January, minted in April, and now we're here. Our community has been like super strong. It's gotten even stronger over time, just because like we've been filtering out because to be honest, our floor has been kind of like pretty stagnant. So, but at the same time, like our Discord's still active. Like we still have like awesome like alpha callers, awesome like conversations. Like they called ABC. I bought ABC because of my community, and yeah, so we've just been trying to give as much value back to our holders. But yeah, I mean, our project right now, we are kind of in like this crossroads of like how we can progress and how we can expand our reach. We have a pretty small collection of 1,600. And yeah, so right now it's kind of like a pretty much community ran project because Jessa Plant is our COO, and he literally was basically discovered from our project. Like he came in the beginning, he became a mod, and then he just shared really good alpha. He just had a really nice broad macro overview of the market, and so I saw his potential, so I brought him onto the team. And we have Moon here that was also with us since the beginning, just grinding in the chat back when Discords were like grind mode. So she joined our team as our CDO or CM. And so she's been taking care of our community, making sure everyone's like pretty much like just vibing out. And like, I don't regret bringing both of these guys on. Like they've made like they've sort of I'm really proud of Jessa Plant. Like he got Ute listed just because of his contributions to the space, and I fucking love that. And seeing Moon grow, because I see her in spaces a lot, it's just really inspiring. And like our community is just growing and growing, and like it's really fucking inspiring to see like people started from like nothing and to getting like a cat being able to reach their like just get those opportunity to like buy those like blue chip projects or like be able to share enough alpha to be like 100 times, I guess, more I guess just grow 100 times more. So
yeah, not even just for us either, like just seeing it in the community, especially for me who like I was fairly new when I started. I just was one of the OGs, then I was a mod, and now like I'm helping control the direction of the project, and just seeing like some of our members are like kids, man, and they went from knowing absolutely nothing about crypto to like buying Teos and stuff. So it's just amazing to see, like, and that's kind of why I wanted to be full time in this space, because like seeing that happen, like you're not going to get that any 9 to 5, man. You're not going to see kids in their lives like flipping burgers and stuff. Not that there's anything wrong with that. I've done it myself. Like, you got to grind, get your bag. But seeing kids make more money than I had ever even seen at one time at their age, and just growing and progressing and thinking about building stuff in the space, like it's crazy, man. Like Web3 just gives that growth opportunity that I've never really seen anywhere else. So thrilled to be here, thrilled to work under Pablo. Man is super, super smart. Yeah, it's been awesome, man. It's been a ride.
All right, welcome, guys. Pablo, Plant, and Moon, all of you.
Hi guys.
Welcome, Moon. How are you doing?
Thank you. I'm good, thanks. It's been a nice ride so far, to be honest. Started from grinding for a free soul clone actually in the community, and then Pablo just dropped me a DM saying, "I'm looking for a mod. Do you want a position?" And I just screamed, "Yes, please!" And it's been a ride. Yeah.
Yeah. Moon's fully tatted up with the SolClones.
Oh yeah, true. That was funny.
yeah, I
Awesome.
love how like they basically bleed SolClones, and like if you were with a community, like you would be able to see the value, or you would be able to see the value that you get. We had 4 people in our community that got Ute list from our DAO pool. Like it's very uncommon. Like I don't see any communities sort of tout that, because it was such a small amount of Ute list that was given out through these DAO pools, and like I think Vandals got a huge chunk of that.
Yeah,
And
Vandals cleaned up.
yeah, Vandals cleaned a lot of it. But I mean, we got 4 people in our community, 4 like really strong holders in our community, and I'm glad it went to them. So they got Ute lists. They're up like 150 soul on their Utes. Yeah, and then we have a lot of other competitions with our community. We had sort of like a squad thing where we kind of just pulled a few people's like soul together, and like they decided to buy ABC at like the bottom, and so now they pulled that soul together, and it's worth like fucking like 15 soul each. So it's really fucking inspiring to see people just move up and give them the opportunities to move up in the space.
Nice, guys. Thank you. Now all you gotta do is redirect all this ABC volume into SolClones, and you're ready to go.
Yes, sir.
So Question for you, SolClones. You guys are 100% royalties paid back to your holders. Is that right?
Yeah,
Right,
that's
we're
right.
gonna
That is
we're gonna
correct.
dive into each project. I just want to let Maleficus introduce themselves as well.
Yo, what's up, guys? Thank you for stage.
Welcome. Happy to have you with us. We just started it a little. We talked about the market, what's happening. We have no idea, but we're going to try to break it down as well. And then SolClones introduce themselves. So I would love for you guys to just, who am I speaking to, and give a brief introduction about your project.
Yeah. I'm Perex, the artist and the founder of the Maleficus. So I would like to say, yeah, we were trying some shit, and we just try to be touch people hearts and people lives. So we are here.
Awesome.
By the way, I'm not a native speaker, guys, and I'm not a good speaker. I try my best, okay?
Oh, you're kidding, man.
Nah,
Don't worry.
you're
We
killing
heard
it, bro. You
everything
sound
perfect.
solid.
Hey, first of all, you sound perfect, and second, that's all we can all do. Try our best, so don't worry about that.
Yeah, thank you, guys. Thank you.
Right, perfect, guys. Let's dive into each one of these projects. We can ask all our questions, listeners, of course. If you have any questions, feel free, and then we can dive into like the general discussions after we get to know these guys fully. So I would like to start it with SolClones. TK, feel free, take it away.
Oh, I was just curious about your 100% royalties going through dividends too. That's on your profile.
Yeah, dude. So we've given back 100% of our royalties back to our community. I think we've given back at least like 250 soul back to our community, to our holders. So our whole like mission is to give back as much value to our holders, because we realize that this space moves so fast. It's all an opportunity cost, right? So would you put your one soul, like you could have put your one soul in ABC and saw it go up to 70, or you could have put it in SolClones and then see it. I mean, you want to get as much value as you can with your soul. Like it doesn't matter, like, you know, one soul's worth like $30 right now, right? But the attitude of the space is more about like opportunity. And so we want to give as much back to our holders. Like even if you bought at one soul, it's still at one soul, but at least you gained knowledge, you gained alpha, and you gained a little bit of royalties back. But sorry, I just want to say that like our roadmap 2.0 is a little bit sort of and kind of like, I guess we realize that this whole royalty situation isn't super sustainable for our team, especially if we're trying to provide as much value. We also need to get as much value back because because it's a time value thing. So our roadmap 2.0 will sort of change that a little bit, twist it a little bit, but at the same time, we feel like that will sort of amplify our reach and everything.
Do the holders have to stake or anything for that, or is it just by holding it?
Yeah, 100%. Like you have to stake. We did it before where it's like just only delisted or and staked get their royalties, but right now we make it to where you have to have it staked. Victoria, did you have any questions?
Yes, so just to clarify, 100% of the royalties that you collect from secondary sales go to your holders, correct?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes.
Okay, so how do you sustain the project without any royalties?
So we were fortunate enough to earn, like, just from our mint funds, like we were able to sort of put it in our treasury, and at the same time we had a competition in the beginning where we put up a CloneX. It's an ETH project, but we put up a CloneX to like a lucky minter, and so we unfortunately didn't get to that point where we gave away that CloneX. So we decided to cash that out. Luckily, at that time, that CloneX was worth like 30 grand. So we decided to cash it out and swap them into 2 D gods. So we bought 2 dead gods with that soul. And then it's just been sitting in our treasury. The dust has been sort of sustaining our day-to-day overhead and growth. But at the same time, we have a pretty big treasury after like the whole Utes thing, the whole pump of like D gods. So we're fortunate enough to have that sustain our project So we have pretty good runtime, but now we want to sort of get more revenue going. And so, yeah, so now it's the question of like how we can sustain ourselves without tapping into our treasury.
Or even when you tap into your treasury, that's not a mountain of endless fortune, if you will. So that will run out at one point, and if you're looking to continue having this project long term, years down the line, you need to prepare and plan right now for that. Yeah, it's just looking at ways to increase that, where you don't even have to touch the treasury, but if you do, that its purpose, and that's fine. But the whole point is to continue injecting into the treasury, so it's just a flow rather than you're dipping into a pool that's gonna run out soon.
Yeah, and we do have revenue streams that are already being built, basically as like dev services for other projects. That once they're ready to go cut and dry, that'll be marketed as well. Because we do have our own staking platforms and etc. So we're definitely planning for that. Definitely need, like you said, sustainability is really important, especially because we are here for long term, and we want to be able to continue to build stuff and provide value to our holders.
Yeah, 100%. Exactly. Like to piggyback what he was saying, that we sort of like to look at the market like very broadly and not look at metas or little niches of the market, and that's kind of how we sort of want to build towards that future. And so we sort of like to ask the question of where we see ourselves, 2 years down the line or 1 year down the line even. And we definitely don't see the market, I guess, favoring like projects that only offer like raffles or just like Ponzi-nomics type of sort of utility. So we like to sort of look further ahead and see like what VCs are actually looking at in the market and what they see value in, because that's where we, if we were to build a tool or software that VCs have no choice but to go to, then I feel like we're ahead of 99% of the projects coming up. So that's how we like to look. And so we're fortunate enough to have the dev power to do everything. Not, it just takes time, of course, right? So like we can't build a successful project in 6 months, even a year, because good businesses are built over time. And luckily we have a really strong community that knows that. And so we're sort of just leveraging that at this point, transitioning our roadmap to I guess focus on that.
Nice. I also see that we have lost Soul Journeys. Welcome, brother. You guys have been talking to each other, right? I think he was the one who vouched for you guys. Or
yeah, facts. Yeah, facts.
Member.
Like Lost Soul is like one of our more active members because like he just shares like really good alpha, and like I hopped on to the pod like earlier just to be a speaker, and like I really love the vibes. So that's why I was like, you know what, like let's host an AMA with you guys. And so I love Lost Soul. Like he's just amazing, an amazing component to the community. And like he's just you can see the type of community we like to curate just through him, and like how people like to sort of project themselves onto the space.
Yeah,
welcome, Los.
Guys, thanks a lot, Pablo. I don't know if you guys can hear me, but I'm just driving right now. I would have thrown some heart emojis at you, bro. Thanks a lot for those comments. I gotta say, guys, SolClones community is one of the first communities that I ever joined, came onto the Solana. I just loved their art. Didn't know what the community or the project was about. But I gotta say, man, they got a nice little community in that Discord, always engaging, always chatting about the new alphas, anything that's happening within the market. And yeah, I'm very happy that they are here today talking to my second favorite community, or should I say my first? No, you guys are all equal. Let's put it that way. I like the pod community and I like the SolClones. So you guys are both my favorite communities, engaging and hearing each other out. So yeah, I'm glad to see this happen. So I'm really happy about it, guys.
I love it, Los. Thank you.
Appreciate you, bro.
All right.
And before you go, Adam, kind of going on that, like
anybody here has a project or knows a project that would love to come on, I mean, we always try to squeeze people in as quickly and as fast as possible. We know projects are minting, building. They don't have a lot of time. If they can only make it to the after party or one of the morning ones, anything and everything, we can bring all these communities together. Like that's anybody. You know anybody? Bring them. Let's talk to them. Let's go together.
Yes, sir.
So I know I'm running a little bit late. Was there any alpha drop? What was the road 2.0 for the SolClones? Did you guys touch on that?
Yes, that's what I want to hear. I was about to ask it. Let's go.
Yeah. Okay. Well, we wanted to. I can't really drop too much. But we wanted to give as much value back to our holders. At the same time, make this worthwhile for us devs. I just wanted to say that like, we. Damn, I can't really say anything.
Yeah. Just
I'm kind of blanking
basically,
out.
I would say like what I can say is that obviously we want to reward all holders, but we also wanted to create opportunities for our more active people. People like Loss and who are active in spaces and just kind of have that mindset for the advancement and betterment of the entire space, not really just themselves. So we also wanted to kind of reward those people additionally. So I think parts of our roadmap are kind of geared more towards doing that, like rewarding people for even just personal growth things, not even necessarily things that are like shilling our project. And so I would say it's really heavily geared towards that and just encouraging people to grow, basically.
Yeah, actually. Yeah, so I posted a thread that I wrote earlier, and it was really because we're seeing a lot of projects do this rate to earn thing, and it's kind of unsustainable because it's like if you're constantly rating a project or rating like like an influencer, we don't see any value in that. So, but we do see value in growing in the space. So just like Lost Soul, like this dude's been growing. This dude kind of connected us to the space, and so that only works if he's out there, grinding on his own, right? So we want to reward that by offering you guys incentives to do that. And so, like Plant said, like we don't want people to shill our projects like mindlessly because that's super cringy. We want people to basically grow on their own. So if you grow your follower base because you're sharing enough alpha, because you're connecting with enough people, then that helps us because that means a tweet about Soul Clones will get 10 times the more engagement than if you were not to be growing. And like we want to reward that, and that's sort of the essence that we have with our roadmap 2.0. Is through taking some funding that we have through our revenue streams, through our royalties, through our like dev services. Like we want to reward that by giving people like contribution. It's called contribution points. So we take different metrics to reward that.
Yeah, just one of the things Pablo said a little while back that really resonated with me. He just said, like, let's not try to attract whales. Let's turn our holders into whales. And I think that's the approach that more projects need to take because, again, these people growing in the space only helps the entire space. If they're involved in your project, like, and they're becoming a whale, most people, at least the people you want to stick around and contribute, like they're not gonna forget that, like all the opportunities you created. So that whole let's turn our holders into whales. Just another reason I'm super bullish. Like again, I started as a holder, but like I'm super bullish on the things we're doing. I think it's different, and I think it's something that we will see more of going forward.
Dude, Lost Soul can attest. Like this dude, he was a part of our degen squads. That's what we call it, where we pulled their soul together. He put up like 2 soul, and now it's worth like 15 soul. And only that, only our project or maybe others, but where we can sort of harness their alpha, harness their strengths, and earn that sort of that amount of soul. And so I mean I don't know if 15 soul is a lot to you, but I mean that's that's good. I mean, taking that amount of money, we're the only project that can sort of I guess cultivate that, I guess. And so we love that. Lost Soul can attest.
You know, it's kind of true, right? I want to give a little shout out to my group, the Seekers. Is it called the Flower Seekers? Are we in this building? Because we won that competition. I mean, it was not even close, right? Are they in here? Is there anybody in here from that group? Anyway, so we won that competition, guys, and indeed it was a 2 soul investment, and the challenge started, I think, like 3 weeks ago, and we did get very lucky, but however, I don't think my 2 soul would have made me into 15 soul had I not joined that group, and we all had that discussion and made those calls, and luckily, we can't even say it's 15 soul because we still holding the bag, like we still going up, so we don't even know where that 2 soul might end up. So, just saying, it was a great competition, and I have not seen that in any other project where community comes in together and tries to play this, and you have the actual founders telling you, hey, we'll try to help you guys out if you're down by this certain number of souls within the 24 hours. If you can post that gap in, we'll give you 2 soul, 3 soul, what is it called, 2 or 3 soul gift or like support for your group. So it's kind of good because it keeps the challenge going and it keeps you engaged within the group, and you get to know the guys that you're actually in the project with. Right now that it's a smaller group and you chat every day. I liked it. I really enjoyed it, and I'm hoping to see more of these competitions happen again. Right. So it was definitely great.
Don, you got a question, bro? You had your hand up.
Yes. Let's take one more
guys.
question.
Can
Then we're
we
gonna
hear
dive
me?
into Perry. Hello.
Yeah. Please can we hear me?
Yo. Yes, sir.
Alright, so yeah, I'm busy. Glad to be here, and I appreciate you guys having me here. So I'm here to represent Eugene Buttigieg.
We're interviewing 2 products today, which
Oh.
is Maleficus Origins and SolClones. Don, do you have a question for this product? Otherwise, I would love to schedule you on an episode as well.
I think we missed me here. Like, I'm here to represent the project actually. And I was there to.
All right. Let's send me a DM and we can schedule you for the next space as well.
All right.
Thank you. All right, let's take one more question for SolClones, and then we're gonna dive into Perry's product, Maleficus Origins. Guys, do you have a question? I have one as well, but we can take it in the general discussions. But otherwise, guys, feel free. All right, I'm gonna take it. You guys also have a Gen 2 coming up, right?
So, I guess
kind of.
Plant can maybe sort of talk about that.
Yeah. So
Don't say too much, though.
Yeah, I kind of got to toe the line here because we are keeping everything we're doing with it very close to the chest. Like it's I don't really think even our mods know really anything about Zoku and Flowers DAO. But essentially, kind of the same. It's kind of how we like Roadmap 2.0 for SolClones is kind of like what we planned for Flower DAO Zoku from the beginning. So a lot of the, I guess what I can say is a lot of the small things we're doing with SolClones right now it's a lot of kind of test work for much larger scale thing we've talked about building and doing. So Zoku Flowers DAO would essentially be an umbrella over SolClones and 777 Citizens, which is was a like free mini collection we did before SolClones. So yeah, that's, I don't know what much more I can say than that. Pablo, if you have anything to piggyback off of that we kind of can reveal. But a whole new art style, like completely different than what we did with SolClones. Yeah, I'll pass it to you, Pablo, if you have anything to add. But
so we got a lot of shit going for us right now because I'm kind of scattered brain and I really like to experiment on different things. So just to give some context, like Flowers DAO Zoku is, we'd like to treat that as like the parent company under SolClones. And so we realized that SolClones has a specific aesthetic that we can't really experiment with some of the stuff that we want to try. So that's why we're looking for another sort of aesthetic, another branding style for Zoku Flowers DAO. So that's Zoku is the actual collection, and Flowers DAO is essentially like the parent company of what SolClones, like Zoku, and other side projects that we have going on. So that's the whole like shtick on that. But yeah, I mean, honestly, like we're also trying to upgrade our art to have like a totally unique style for SolClones. And so I don't know if you were talking about like SolClones Gen 2, like Gen 2 of SolClones, but it's definitely in the works for that as well. But we want to first get our aesthetic right with our Gen 2 art. Sorry, not our Gen 2, our upgraded art for SolClones. So we're working with a bunch of artists to sort of differentiate ourselves from the space. Because to be honest, like our base is we're using a Doodles character, right? So we want to build like a different identity and brand under SolClones. And so, you know, we're working with a bunch of artists. You know, I'm looking through a lot of like portfolios, and it's just yeah, we're just in that process right now. So there's a lot of shit going on with us.
Exciting stuff. All right. Thank you, guys. Perex, are you with us?
Yes, sir, 100%.
Let's go. Now I want to know everything about Maleficus origins. Maybe you can just give us a quick rundown again. What's happening? It's a lore, very much lore project, right?
Yeah, it's not a lore product. It's kind of that I hate the staking system because if we make staking system, we need to have money, right? So the idea was how can we do it better, and we just invented ritual debt. So what is exactly ritual? It makes, how can I say, if you see the open gate, so you can send the NFTs, which is Maleficus, and you will receive instant double of the floor price. So our first investment to building some UI, we enhance the staking and we implement our community. After that, once we start, we discovered our lore, and that should start to grow. And after that, we made a network. Did you guys see or hear the network?
I read a little bit about it. It's in Discord, right?
Yeah. It's about all. It's for all Discorders who wants to join with us, and we're gonna send a message like informations, like ecosystem news, and my shit posts, and also the alpha calls. And it brings, how can I say, once we start just onboard the 10 projects, now we onboard more than 8 projects, and we're really doing good. Also, I'm on the how can I say, you can see the Teletubby, which is Lala, all the discords. So we're receiving information all the discords and sending with our network. So I realized that we were, how can I say, the youth meet, right? There was an application process for youth. So once I started to, yeah, we need to announce the youth application. So we sent the youth application our network. After that, more than 300 people just apply, and more than, I think, 15 people just selected youths and minted youths. So our main goal is we are not exactly NFT project. We are not here for pumping our bags. We are here for to educate people and giving some good stuff on the Solana.
Perfect. And just to explain for everyone listening, I saw it. I went in the Discord, and there's a channel for this. I can't remember the name, but the network you're talking about. And it's basically like I saw some alpha calls in there. I saw some shit posts in there. Just a bot providing a lot of information to all the holders, I guess.
Yeah, this simple bot. We worked with Orbit DAO, which is Eagle developer, is a good developer. And we just streaming more than 100,000 people. Yeah, include some bots also. The Discords have bots, but the real people just realize what we do, and they start to came us, yo, we need to join your network. You guys really doing good, and yes, guys, you can just join our network.
Nice. All right. So, what else do you have apart from the network?
So the network is, I'm not a good speaker. I just passed the question because I already explained what I got, and I need to explain the other things. So I see the people just how can I say, just publish really hard light papers or white papers or anything you can call. We just published our simple paper, and if you want to check it, guys, it's on our bio, and you can just read in 3 minutes, and you can get understand everything, because we're receiving lots of DMS. Yes, the Maleficus Discord is really complicated, and we just try to simplify it, and we just published our simple paper. And what's next? Yes, we're gonna make the. I think the feature is artificial intelligence. So we need to update our art. We need to update our mask, kind of mask. And the second collection, the rate is coming. And after that, the inflation protocol under the church labs, we're gonna publish our main utility.
Ooh, so you have another collection coming as well.
Yeah. And I would like to onboard the stage. What do you think, guys? He's our experienced developer, and if you guys allow, he can speak and he can explain more because he's better than me.
Yes. Is he here in the spaces?
Yeah.
He's a speaker.
I am. But hey guys, how are you doing?
Welcome.
Hey,
Doing
thank
very
you.
good. Doing very good.
He just oversold me. I am not that good. So thank you for that, Perix. So what's up? I've been listening to the space for just like 5 minutes, so I'm not sure what we are like talking about today. Mostly, I heard you had a space with Malficum, and yeah, I've been developing for them. So if I might take one question from somebody, I can roll it in and I can answer some questions maybe.
Yes, that sounds good. We're just here getting to know these. We also talked a little bit about what's going on in the market, and we're going to move to some general discussions later. But for now, we just want to get to know you guys, and everyone that has questions can ask them.
For sure. So Perix was explaining about the network we are using right now, and we are trying to get on board as many as we can, so we can provide this facility for free to provide some alpha calls, and later on we obviously plan to do some more alpha like whitelist spots and stuff like that. So the network, basically, if you ask about the network, it's special in a way where um, m- many projects are doing similar things, but how it's special is it does not limit you, or we don't limit it to just tell you what project is gonna pump, or what project will have a higher FP than today, but rather we provide a very general overview with it, which helps to know more about the project as well. So we include all kind of details in that too, where users can read it and understand much more than of a regular alpha call that we see all around. So this network is mostly handled by Perix himself, because he's good at this, and we definitely plan to onboard more members to contribute to this and make this possible to even grow bigger. We currently have, I think, about 50 partnerships, so 50 projects are already on board, and they are getting those calls. And I personally have joined many projects who actually are on board, and I've seen people talking about this already, and people liking how the announcements in the bot is set up. So yeah, that's about the network for now.
Is this something like? Do you plan on taking the? I guess you could bring this network to other projects as well, like a business. Sell this. The
Sure.
network. Is
Yeah.
this something you have been planning to do?
Yeah, about selling. I mean, we are a very digent style. We were very digent style project, and we minted for almost no cost. And the only thing we have gone this far is because community is great, honestly, and every single person is so much interested in every single thing that we do every day. I mean, we even launched a little collection for memories that we have. So there are some great memories that happens when everybody is online and then just like vibing together, and we actually like take screenshots of those special moments and we put them in a channel, and then we actually let users claim it for no cost. We let them claim it in their wallet, so it like sits there as an NFT for them to remind of these moments. So this was a very spiritual thing, you can say, but yeah, it worked really well. I mean, even our memories has a good floor price right now, and people have spent many soul to just get those memories in their wallet. So that is something special that we did, and I haven't seen anybody doing it. And even involving soul into it directly, and not using any kind of token, or not using any kind of liquidity or something, or famous fox listings or anything. I mean, it's directly just connected to, not connected to any of the major utility stuff. So but still it's doing pretty well. So yeah, that's one thing I would like you guys all over here to check out sometime. I mean, you should just look at the memories. Don't buy if you don't want to, but just looking at those memories would definitely flourish. Will make you happy, maybe.
I have doxed my ass on memories living on Solana blockchain.
All right. Yes, I didn't know we had a memory where you docs. Really? I didn't get that. I'll buy
Yeah,
that right now.
just my
You bet.
ass.
You bet. I'll buy that right now. I'll find it out and I'll buy it. Okay. So
All right.
yeah, if any of you speakers, I mean, maybe any question, I would love a question. I mean, honestly, I can speak for so long, and I can explain so much that we are doing. But yeah, I would love a question from you guys. If you can ask a question, I'm sure I can answer it.
Yes, you guys had or I don't know if you have it or if you're gonna have it, but you had a token as well, right?
We are planning to. Yes, we don't have it yet, but yeah, it is in the works. But it's definitely not something, as I told you, that it wasn't something that was involved in our secondary collection, because mostly these tokens come out after the first collection, and they are used in a perfect manner to mint or claim or do things like, for example, vandals are doing like vending machine, and vandals are doing providing you the opportunity to send your NFT to work using vending, I suppose. Um, and then you just earn like 2x of what others are earning their own native token. So yeah, that's not something we are doing right now, and we don't actually plan to. Yeah. So if we will launch a token, it will be still related to a very small portion of what we obviously want our community to have, something special, yeah, obviously. So we are working on
Nice.
that stuff. Yeah.
So tell me a little bit about the second collection. How come you decided to make a second collection?
So we have actually two things right now. So first, the main second collection was, as I told you, memories. It was memories. It was the second main collection. But then me and Parex talk about all the stuff that can obviously we need to do things in a trend way to make us even more um, look-alike to different projects, to make our home and make our space in the Solana ecosystem. So about the second collection, it's connected to just what we are right now working on, is basically Droogs. So Droogs is also a clan which you can actually request to be in. We have two. So we have Droogs and we have Knights. So Knights and Droogs have their own lore. So they have their own story and they have their own stuff. And we have people who actually put time to write stuff on for those Knights and Roots. So the second collection that's coming in is basically Roots, and there will be some art upgrades on that. And probably I don't want to. Obviously, I see a lot of holders here, so I don't want to ruin it for them. But it might be also include some AI stuff that we have been in contact with different AI stuff, AI projects who are building some great AI for example, Sengoku and different bigger that are right now. And we have been in contact with them, and we are actually recreating our art from scratch to make it look more suitable for a PFP. Like I see a very good PFP on you. I mean, I loved Blocksmith. I used to hold some, but then I sold at a very bad price. I don't want to say, but yeah, I mean, it's great. It's great. So yeah, that's the main goal. That's the main goal. So just launching the Roots collection, and probably putting it out only for holders. So welcoming new people, sure, but
mostly for holders, and then upgrading the art to another level. And then obviously, because NFT was supposed to be all about art, now this community and utility is always secondary. For me, at least, art is number one for me. So if the art is good and you can rock it on your profile, it's something that already satisfies you. So yeah, that's that. Truths coming soon. Stay tuned.
The roots. Let's go. Really cool
Yeah.
art. First of all, the art you have today. It's really
Yeah,
good.
it's all Perix. Yeah, thank you so much. Yes.
Good job, Perix.
Okay.
All right.
Okay, so
friends,
yeah, I
do you have
think
any
I'll
more
let
questions?
someone else speak for now. Yeah, I've bored you enough. Yeah, so I think I'll let someone else take my space. Yo, thank you for having me. I'll be a listener. Okay, thank you.
Thank you for coming
What
on.
do you mean? You said my ass.
Yeah, we will talk
If
about
you
that.
guys, if you haven't been in their Discord, it's wild. It is a good time in there. I highly recommend jumping in there. It's never a dull moment in there. It's a good time.
Oh, right. So they're in there.
Yeah, I've definitely got a couple. The highest rank one I have is 67 at the moment.
Nice. All right, guys. Do you have any more questions for Maleficus?
I just want to say I love the art. Like it really reminds me of I don't know, just it just looks really nice. Like yeah, it reminds me of like Soul Gods or the Fracture, just because of like the style, the dark style. It's really cool.
Join our network.
Yeah,
Maybe.
I just bought one, so
Let's go. All right.
And
let's
also,
move
yeah,
into
sorry,
some.
just want to mention here, if you join our network, there's something special just for who which projects are joining the network. So yeah, sorry, I'm signing off. Sorry.
Thank you, man. Thank you. Feel free to stay. You don't have to go off just because you're not speaking. But otherwise, thank you so much. I want to ask both products some questions, if that's okay. Because I have never launched a collection, right? And I hopefully there is a lot of people in here like, curious about launching a collection. Both of you guys have done it. Was your intentions prior to mint what you actually like did after mint? Does that make sense?
You mean like the intentions before mint, like priorities, or what do you mean?
Like, I guess when you have a project, when you launch a project, you have this idea, like, this is what I want to do. Is this what you did? Or did you have to change a lot of stuff after mint and, like, I guess even prior to mint, but as things played out?
Yeah, 100%. So I guess we have a really I guess I have a really good example. Prior to mint, we wanted to use some of the mint funds for our LP, for our token. And then after mint, we realized that, like, because we wanted to dedicate 300 SOL to our LP. That time that was worth like 15K. But we after mint, we realized that this would probably be better off if it were to be used for like dev or any like just in reinvesting into the project rather than having it be someone else's exit liquidity. We like to call it like that. But yeah, essentially, yeah, like when you first come into the project, when you first build a project, you have these intentions and like you think that it'll work, but actually like it kind of just backfires or not. It just doesn't work out as well as you think. So that's the thing with like building a community is like you need to build a mature enough community to understand that things just don't work out and you need to pivot. And so that's where like the strength of a community comes in.
Yeah, I guess this is the case for many projects. What about you, Perix?
So I think the art needs to be historical. Just how can I say, inspiration, And if you be a weirdo like me, you can build your community. That's it.
Be a weirdo. That's the takeaway
Yes,
for today. I checked the if you guys haven't checked the white paper or the simple paper, sorry, go check it and go to the last picture, and you'll understand what he's saying.
yes. I just read some book and I decided to make it. That's it.
I love projects that can kind of just use this like lore sort of idea and just run with it, because like, to be honest, I'm not creative enough to like take this lore idea and just like build a whole project around it. I really feel like that's super like inspiring. Like I wish I could do that. I wish I was like more well read when I was younger and shit like that, or more like into fantasy and shit. But like I really love projects that do that, and like they run with it, and I just love it.
Yeah, I'm using laughing gas. Did you hear that?
Laughing gas.
Yes. It's pretty good.
Right.
For
Is that
inspiration. You
the
need to
alpha?
use that, man.
Yes, whenever I want to launch a collection, I'll make sure to buy some laughing gas.
Yeah, please. I can set for you. Huh? What?
Perfect. All right. Let's do it.
Yeah.
So, SolClones, I read that in your white paper as well that you did some case studies. What was the takeaway from these?
Oof, you've been doing some reading. Yeah, so yeah, we took a bunch of case studies of like other projects that offered 100% royalties back, and we saw that a lot of them just ended up like sort of slowly fading, because there's a few things and some stuff that I realized now that we're here, is that like you need volume, but you need like reasons as to why people value your project in order to give these royalties back and to sustain it. So we felt like we needed reasons to sustain like this constant flow of volume, and so that was the reason why I felt like maybe we should fund our LP to give this value back to our holders. But then I don't know, it just been talking with our with Plant and Moon, it just feels like it just wasn't the right move, and we need to give external value through other means rather than just like a token, like a Ponzi-nomics token. So we're really going back to the drawing board and really trying to figure out like what value we can give back to our holders to increase this volume and sustain this royalty dividends.
Yeah, and I think when you just kind of switch it up and add team members, I think the project is going to naturally evolve in a different direction, because you have different insights being added, different opinions, different perspectives. So, the more we talked about it, the more it kind of turned into what it's turning into now.
So touching back on the previous question, I'm kind of curious what people think, because if the intention, like I guess this is the thing most founders would say, that the intentions with the product is not actually what played out, and that you have to pivot. The products really need a roadmap prior to mint. It's a weird take, because yes, you're raising money because you want to do something, but we see all these like Frank, for example, he doesn't have a set up plan exactly what he wants to do. He like pivots to the market and what he wants to do. What do you guys think?
No, yeah, I agree. I think if you have a set roadmap and you're going to blindly follow that roadmap under every circumstance in the space, I think you're not going to make it, because the space is constantly changing, the meta is shifting. So you need to look at, again, the longevity and sustainability, and you have to be able to adjust your plan, because the space moves too fast. Like, I can't tell you how many times me and Pablo have talked about just a concept that's not even in the space yet, and then a week later someone's announcing that they have it built. Like, the space moves too fast, man. If you can't adjust your plan, then again, in my opinion, unless you get that millions of dollars in mint funds up front, which isn't the case for every project, you have to be able to pivot and figure out a way to kind of for lack of a better term, basically just keep your head above water until the stuff you're actually building on the back end comes to fruition.
Yeah, I agree with that. I think I compare it to human evolution. You know how in throughout history people think of the same ideas like across different continents and stuff. I think when we're in this space and like we're fully in it and it's evolving, multiple people and multiple pioneers within the space are going to see a certain need for a specific tool or product or something that's going to help the ecosystem evolve. So you have to be quick when you think of something for real and execute it as quick as you can, because someone else on the other end of the continent within the space is probably thinking of the same thing, because they're seeing that it's needed.
Yeah, I love that evolution analogy. And again, it's either do that or you think and start building things that people don't necessarily need right now, but you think they're going to need down the line. So you can be kind of the first person that's getting that VC in when like, you know, it becomes more mainstream and VC starts flowing into Solana. Like you want to be either one of the people who has, you know, been consistently right up next to the meta, or you need to be someone who's planning ahead.
Yeah, 100% true. Like, I have a economics degree, and it definitely helps me sort of think wider, more of an macroeconomic sense, because yeah, exactly what you guys say. Like everything is, it's just like Darwinism. It's just like capitalism, and you see that play out in this space. And like whoever gets it first, they get the most market share. I mean, you see that with I mean, we saw that issue with I don't know if I wouldn't consider an issue, but like you see diamond vaults, right? So we saw diamond vaults. I'm sure like 80% of projects that don't have like a huge amount of dev teams, like they're using diamond vaults, and diamond vaults isn't a great platform. At least it wasn't. So we saw that issue, and we saw that the amount of market share that they're taking. And so we're thinking, you know what, we could actually improve on this. We can actually make it more user friendly, especially like on the aesthetic side. So yeah, it's just a bunch of stuff like that where you can sort of just take things and tweak it to your liking. I think the issue right now in the space is like there's not enough devs, that know how to program in Rust. And I think what do you think is, it's like it's amazing to see him up here. I think he's a dev, but you know, to see them actually so vocal, because like it's really hard to find them, like honestly.
It is. Guess what do you? So what? Because I've never launched a product, as I said. Is it hard going from, because when you launch your project, you mint out. I think both of your projects minted out, right? And you get all this volume coming, and then you know usually the volume kind of slows down. Is it hard as a project founder to continue to be like excited? You know, you get this kick from all this volume and all these people coming in, and then you kind of have to move to the long term and just keep building. Is that transition hard?
Yeah, I think every projects are builders, right? They always building. So the thing is, for me, you need to be follow the path. Okay, the roadmaps also changing. So if you stick the roadmap, you're gonna be a fail. Or if you're gonna be affect the fake pumps for the volume, it brings more. How can I say, dangerous for your project. So what we do until now, this is our first month. uh, we sell out, and yes, we're building some stuff, blah blah, and we always keep it, how can I say, protect to our project to fake pumps. So this is the question, this is the answer for your question. Just keep it to fake pumps after, if you're gonna launch a project, and you need to find a developer also. Yes, the second one.
Right. So keep away the fake pump. Is that what you said?
Yes. It's really important, because after the pump, people just selling, and the project's gonna be dead. You know.
Yeah, I agree
If
with
you,
that 100%. I think the more you're focused, like if you're focused solely on raising your floor price, it's just artificial, and eventually it's going to fall out. You have to have the back end stuff to support it, and I think that's like kind of what he was getting at.
Yeah, 100%. I think like as our floor price rises, I kind of get more stressed, because it feels like, you know, you need to sustain that, you need to deliver, and especially if you're a project and you're not even delivering, and your floor price is already pretty high, that puts you at, I think that puts you at a worse spot than a project with a lower floor price that is working on delivering something, because like it's all based on hype then, if that's the case. And so as a project founder, like a lot of things in the space like are stressful, and I feel like connecting with other project founders is probably the best way to navigate the space, because you're on a completely different side of like the traditional trader, right? So traditional traders are just looking at, you know, face value, what the project has delivered, what the project has done, but they don't have the full context of what's going on behind the scenes. And so if you connect with other project founders, you know, you get to sort of brainstorm, work up things, and it's definitely rewarding. So if you're really looking to build a project, start to connect. Like I think Liberty Square was a really good one. Rugged Revenants, I've seen them in spaces all the time. Like they're literally just connecting, and like I've unfortunately realized that too late. Now I'm hopping on spaces. Now I'm trying to build my own following because that's how people are. You need that transparency. You need that human side, and it's not like a regular corporate Web2 business where you can have like PR people sort of speak on your behalf. No, in this space is like pure, genuine interactions is what people view as bullish.
I love that, and that's also like what we're trying to provide here at the pod. It's amazing and an opportunity for both projects and for us as well to just connect with all these wonderful people. Perix, did you want to say something? So
yes. The project owners, yes, the networking is really good stuff, but I think the project owners needs to listen their community. Okay, if we're gonna make a call or something, or for future development, we're gonna decide something, we just all, how can I say, making a meeting with our missionaries, which is our core team and other guys, the core team. I will put something on the table and they're gonna decide, yes, it's good, yes, it's not good, it affects bad. So like a brainstorm, yes, the networking is really important, but the another important thing is you need to listen your community.
Yeah, and I agree with that. Not to play devil's advocate, but I also think there's a fine line to that. I think that kind of true DAO structure where you're putting pretty much everything, every community decision to a vote and letting your community decide that. There's going to be situations where the broader scope, the broader vision for your project, and the main concern, unfortunately, for a lot of people is going to be floor price, which makes sense. You make an investment, you want to know how the investment is doing. But if you're then leaving the entire project direction up to your community, it really requires cultivating a community that's 100% on the same page with your vision for the project. And I think that's difficult to do that. I'm not saying it's not possible, but I think it is a fine line once you're entering that true DAO structure where everything is determined by everybody and there's no real, I guess, checks and balances and ways to divert if you feel like your community is making the wrong decision. So I think there's, certain things that you can leave up to those votes, but I don't think the entire direction of the community can.
Yes, you're correct. Not entire, but it needs to be important steps, needs to be decided by the core team, I think. Just I'm explaining this because of I get lots of feedbacks. The project founders acting like, yeah, they have lots of ego and they never listen to their community, and just it. We need to listen our community, our core members, our core staff, because we are not project owners. They own the project. They are the community. So I'm just working for the Maleficus. That's it. That's what I do. I'm the artist. I'm the brain of the team. But also, end of the day, we are all working about the community, right? Community working for us. I work for the community, and that's a loop, man. That's it.
Yeah, 100%. And it seems like just from hearing you guys speak that you have done a really good job at kind of cultivating that community that is kind of on the same page and shares that direction and vision that you guys do. So kudos to you, because like I said, I don't think that's an easy thing to do, to get a community. And it's something I think, not to like self-shill and toot our own horns, but I think it's something we've done very well as well. And you're always going to have those outliers who complain about stuff and whatever, but ultimately, it seems like you guys did a really good job at that. So props to you guys.
No, thank you so much, man. If you want to be like me, you need to first dox your ass. You can start with
Nah,
that.
I don't. I don't value doxing in the space as much as most people might. I think actions speak louder than me knowing what you look like and where you're. Like people who are doxed around people. It's to me, it's more like I need to see you consistently deliver. It's a trust thing. Trust has to be earned. I don't care if you're doxed or not.
No,
I'm
I
not.
mean,
Yeah.
dox your ass.
Oh, dox my ass.
Yes, it brings more trust,
I'm gonna need to do like a multi-frame. I'm Puerto
Yeah,
Rican, bro.
please.
I got a fatty on me.
Doxing your
That's
ass
a
and
good.
laughing gas. That's the
Laughing gas and ass doxing. I've
Yeah,
learned a lot today, guys. Love it.
What's up, Chris?
Oh, thank you. Hi, everybody. I just want to piggyback on what Perix was talking about with the community members, and he keeps referring back to the core members. I'm a core member because I've been there since Mint and was active in the community, believed in the vision. But really what caught my eye was just everyone having fun in the Discord. And it's like, I don't know if any of you guys have been inside our Discord, but I even get lost in there. We're always editing it. There's just a lot of things to do. It's active. There's tons of different roles, and everyone gains responsibility in the kingdom, as they stay there longer. And so them having that purpose in the community, I think, also gives them meaning to stay and develop it further. So I'm really proud of what we've done so far, and kind of with the networking that we all bring together through those members is kind of how we've grown organically through this process so far.
Oh, thank
Love
you, my
that.
love. Chris is our head of the sale department. Guys, she can buy my soul if she tried.
Yeah, love that, man. It sounds like kind of our communities and the way we're trying to build them have a lot in common. So we should definitely keep in touch, possibly plan things together in the future.
Cool.
Join our network.
Can you just explain the network a little bit? You've mentioned it a few times. And is this like an official, I know you kind of touched on it, but just explain a little bit more about kind of the process of us doing that.
Yeah, I follow you. I will extra, okay? I'm gonna DM.
Perfect. Yeah, let me know, man. I would love to hear about it.
So what makes you guys excited when you wake up in the morning to keep working on your projects?
I mean, definitely community. I mean, he said it kind of just what he said. Like our community is the same way. There's just a lot going on. We're always running some kind of event, trying to kind of incorporate people's real life interests more into the events we do now. Just letting them use kind of real life skills to earn some Solana or some dust to further themselves in the space. So I think just doing that and thinking of kind of new ways. I call them band-aids because it's not really like big picture project stuff, but it's like I think they're also important to keep your community engaged and cultivate that vibe. So kind of just doing that, like really thinking of new ways to keep them engaged and provide value to them and give them opportunities to grow. It's just a really exciting challenge because there's not really a limit to the ideas you can come up with.
Thank you. Perix, what about you? Apart from the laughing gas.
Okay, you want to hear them?
Yes. Or hear what?
Okay. Which is excited me, right? About
yes,
community.
exactly. What makes you
Okay.
excited when you wake up in the morning to just keep working on this collection every single day?
Okay. First, I need to listen this song, and after I will explain, okay?
Yes.
The song's from when I was in like middle school.
So the song is, how can I say, it's pointed for our community, Like when we wake up, we just like that, like the gummy bear. So it excited, I'm, when I woke up, I'm just, how can I say, chatting. I started to chat, yeah, guys, what's up, like that, and they like acting like the gummy bears. Our community is fucking crazy, they supporting every time and they making some fun every time. So I think that's it. It's like a family, right?
I love it.
The people always talking about what's up, what's up. Yeah, this is real family.
Let's go. So you listen to this every morning when you wake up. Just Blast gummy bears.
Yes, sure.
Perfect. All right, my friends. We have been going for like 1.5 hours. This has been great. I want to give you guys the mic one last time to tell everyone anything you want to share. And then after this, we're going to host more a chill out space where everyone can pop their bags, whatever they want to do. So if anyone is there, feel free. But before that, SolClones, anything last you want to share with the listeners and speakers?
Sure. I mean, to be honest, like really, like what wakes me up or what gets me going is really just like, I don't know, like the space is so innovative. Want to like trying new shit, and it's just super fun, to be honest. But any last words? I don't know, man. We're just here. I mean, you'll probably see us later, maybe in a year down the line. I don't want anybody to regret anything. So, I mean, we're here, to be honest. Like we're here to build.
Let's go. Perfect.
We're a
Thank you.
stable coin.
Yes, sir.
Stable coin.
Yeah. Fuck ETH. Go Solana. That's all I gotta say. Good space,
Oh,
guys.
no.
Thanks for having us.
Fuck it. All right. Ferrex, what's up? Anything last you want to share with the listeners?
Yes, I that.
You what?
That's it. That.
Nice.
You know people that
Yes.
gone forever. I that.
Yeah, this has been a great space. I fucking love you, all of you.
I feel like this man just called me out when he said people who go on forever.
No. You know,
No, I'm just playing, bro. I talk a lot.
So I that. All that. We that, guys.
Perfect. Thank you, Ferrex. This has been great. I would love to have both of you guys on another time.
Thank you, my man. Thank you.
Other than that,
Anytime.
everyone, as I said, we're going to host a chill out space for anyone who want to come on and pump their bags in this mini bull run or mega bull run or whatever we are experiencing right now. Also want to give a shout out to our sponsor for the night, Hyperlaunch. Have you guys decided, Ferrex, have you decided on a launchpad for your next collection?
Yeah, Launchpad NFT just reached us and offering to launching our second collection, and we haven't decided yet. We just looking for real launchpad, and maybe until that time, if we're gonna build our launchpad related to our protocol, yes, we're gonna use it. But I'm fully open to offers. I see Hyperlaunch. Yes, the goblins, right?
Yes.
Yes, the goblins. I have bald and nippled goblins. I really like them community and the Hyperlaunch. I already see the Hyperlaunch. If any offer, yes, they can just ping us.
Perfect. I'm going to hook you up with something better than Launch NFT. No, I'm joking. I don't want to. I don't talk bad about them.
The thing is, they just, how can I say, hosting the launch, like real launchpad. Yes, you can just launch your project to launch my NFT, but they offered us, we can launch your project as our launchpad, in our launchpad, and that's kind of weird, but that's good. I think they just started to provide some, the launchpad issues.
Yeah. All right. I'm going to hook you up, my friend. Let's make this launch great. Yes. Also, as for the pod, I have some good news. Probably, maybe tomorrow, maybe Friday, you're going to find us on Spotify, Apple Music, and all your streaming platforms. So super excited for that. First time I'm revealing that to everyone. Let's get all the Web2 people into Web3. And we're going to make sure they all hear about this beautiful place and everything we're building on here. Super excited for that. And as for this week, we have on Thursday, SharkFi joining us. And on Friday, we're going to have Just Ape joining us. So exciting week ahead of us. Again, to SolClones and Maleficus Origins, thank you so much for coming on. Guys, listeners, make sure you check these collections out. Give them a follow. And also, if you'd like to listen to us speaking, talk direct, make sure you follow the pod.
And
Super
moving
bullish.
forward, make sure you get your podcast voices on, because now you're going to be everywhere. So just make sure you sound nice, guys.
Oh, really? I fucked up.
No, you sound perfect. You sound good. No worries.
Yes, you are really good stuff. You are really good what you're doing, guys. Thank you for all.
Thank you. All right, closing this down and posting the tweet to the next spaces. Thank you, guys.
Thank you for having us.
So,
Thank
any
you.
goodbye song?
Goodbye song, Adam?
Yeah.
Exit song? Come on.
Yeah,
All right,
you want
goodbye
the
song.
goodbye song?
All right, goodbye song. You'll get it. Listen to this, guys.
Okay. See you guys. See you. See you guys. Thanks for everything.
See you. Thank you. That was great.